everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm going to be reviewing the new Google Fitbit Air fitness tracker. Now, I've been using this thing for a couple of weeks now, and I'm going to be giving you guys my honest opinion on it. I'm going to be talking about activity tracking, sleep tracking, some cons, and more. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. So I do have the Fitbit Air here in the color lavender, but it did come out in some other colors as well, which you could see on screen. And the current price as of recording is $129.99 Canadian and $99.99 American. So it's definitely a pretty affordable fitness tracker, especially compared to other options on the market. This is the Active Band here. So they're both in the color lavender, but the colors do differ. Now I'm gonna get into the major feature highlights about this fitness tracker so you can get an idea of what it can do. The Fitbit Air here has a battery life up to 7 days on a single charge. It can track your sleep. It can track a variety of indoor and outdoor activities, running, walking, yoga, dance, strength. It does have connected GPS, which requires your phone to be with you for those outdoor activities. It is water resistant. It is compatible with iPhones and Androids. It is very lightweight. I've gone ahead and put the weight on screen for you guys for both the nylon band as well as the silicone band I have here because I've weighed it out for you guys. To use it, you do need to use the Google Health app, formerly known as the Fitbit app. It is a free app to use, no subscription required to use all the basic features. This smartwatch can also track your steps, your calories burned, your active minutes, has women's health monitoring, and more. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like on me. And I do have a 7-inch wrist. And I've gone ahead and placed all the wrist sizes this could fit on screen for you. So this does have a nylon band. It is definitely very adjustable. I like that it does kind of slip on and off very easily with the Velcro here, and that it is super adjustable. I mean, it can get pretty small and it can get pretty big as well. I do like that it is pretty lightweight. It's also very thin. So if you do have a small wrist, this could be a great option for you. To swap out the bands, all you do is you kind of lift this up and you push out. And this is, the Fitbit Air that is tracking all of your activities. To put it in, you are just going to line it up at the hole here and then press it in until you hear that click. Now, I think this band is great for just wearing around casually on the go. Also great for sleeping because it is soft and light. But if I want to work out, that's where I wear this one. And this is the Active Band once again. I'll show you guys what that looks like on me. So here's what this band looks like on me. Once again, this one is also very lightweight and it is a very soft material. It does have a little bit of thickness from the side, but nothing crazy. This one's a little bit thicker, but still pretty compact. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. I do find this very comfortable to wear. Both of the bands really, they are so light that honestly, when you wear them within like 5-10 minutes, you do not notice they are there. Personally, I like this one. I think it looks kind of cool, so I like wearing it because it's a lot easier to clean. Now I'm going to show you guys how to use this fitness tracker. So you do need the Google Health app. All you got to do to turn it on is you plug it into the charger, you just connect it there, turn on your phone's Bluetooth, that's it. So for this app, you can choose to do a light mode or a dark mode. I'll show you guys both. There are different tabs. So there's a today, fitness, sleep, and health. This is the home page. You can change things around if you want to. As you could see, I could just move things, add things, whatever. Now, I'm just gonna leave it as is. So you could see your steps, your distance, walk, your calories burned, your exercise, and there are some more things that you can do. Like if you want to reach specific goals, you can go ahead and turn on goals for yourself. Now it does show your last workout. For me, that was yesterday. It shows the duration. I'll show you guys what the workouts look like a little bit later. And then it shows your sleep score, basically just a highlight. If I go over to the fitness tab here, you're gonna need to use this fitness tab to actually track your workouts. To manually track a workout, you're gonna need to make sure that your watch is connected. If you wanna start a specific workout, you can go into here and just click whatever one you want, and it will start. Once the workouts are going, you really don't have to do anything. Your phone just has to be kind of within range, 10 feet or so, and then just work out. Once you are worked out, all of your information, you will see it on the app here. Once it comes to your sleep data, this is the sleep tab at the bottom. You will have to check this to see your sleep. This is where you will see your sleep data, and it will show your trends going along, the last week. You click into it a bit more, you can see some more information. Now, the last tab is the health. So you could see your heart rate here. It's showing your menstrual cycle phase, so women's health. You could see your heart rate variability, which is your HRV status or Google's version of it. You can see your SpO2, your active minutes, weight, calories burned, respiratory rate, your fitness. So you can turn on if you have an irregular heart rate rhythm, if you want the watch to track if you're low heart rate or high heart rate, stuff like that. So last thing I'm gonna show you guys is how to set an alarm. They kind of hid that in here. So you're gonna wanna go up to your devices, click on Fitbit Air, and then you find it right here. And you can go ahead and set a new alarm. Now you can set up to 8 per day, and you can turn on Smart Wake Alarm as well. It does have that feature. And when the alarm goes off, it just vibrates on your wrist. You can tap it and that will turn it off. When it comes to navigating the app, I do think that it's pretty straightforward. And then you can go ahead and select an activity. They are in alphabetical order, which is really handy if you're looking for a certain exercise, and your last used workout will appear on that front screen there. And show you guys all of the activities here. It does track a good amount of them, which is quite nice. All right, so let's say I wanted to do a aerobic workout. Click that, it will start, gives you a 3-second countdown, and it is going to live read your heart rate when it is on your wrist, the amount of calories burned, cardio load. So that's kind of like how hard you're working out. When you are done, you just click done. They do give you an option to rate the workout. It's a 1 to 10 scale of how hard it was. And I'm gonna show you guys what my workout was yesterday. You can see that it shows the effort. So I did rate it. They tell you the time you worked out. They tell you the duration, the amount of calories burned, your heart rate, your cardio load, active zone minutes. And you can see your heart rate zone. So this is a little map of your heart rate here. You can't pinch in or out. If you rotate it, you can see it bigger though, which is handy. They tell you the amount of time in each zone. So there's light, moderate, vigorous, or peak. So it's a good amount of information, but I personally like seeing a bit more information out of my workouts, but that's what you will see. You can go ahead and you can kind of build your own workout, add exercises that you want to do. So if you want to make, like, let's say I want this to be my workout. You can make your own workout and the phone will walk you through what you're doing. And there is a little video here that shows you how to do the workout proper form. So this can be a really handy feature that you can make your own workouts and they will time it for you. And when it's time for the next one, they'll move you on to the next step. Then once you're done with the set, you can log that and then it's gonna move on to the next thing. So I do think it's pretty handy here that you can get this for free. Once again, I am on the free version. You can see it shows you how to do the exercise. This one's literally just like a hanging kind of arm exercise. But let's say you finish it early, you can say you're done. If not, you just wait for the minute and it will automatically move on to the next exercise. This could be a pretty handy feature for you if you want to make your own workouts. Let's say you want to do an ab and leg workout, whatever, you can just pick out different things, make your own workout, toss it in there. And I really like that they do have the videos here because that can help you very much if you do not know how to do proper form or if it's an exercise maybe you're doing for the first time. So now we're on to the next step, which is the abductor roll. To do, you can log it and then you are done. Once you are done your workout, you can just click end exercise and then you'll get all of your workout data afterwards again. So for activity tracking, I do think the heart rate data and all the information you get there is pretty accurate. I will say I do think that the calories burned sometimes are a little bit high, especially compared to like my Garmin watches, which I think are the most accurate out there for calories burned. Here is my sleep. You can see it shows you the sleep score. It gives you a little bit of a message on how your sleep was, sleep duration, sleep quality. It gives you a little bit of a graph and a breakdown into the exact minutes you were in each of your sleep cycle phases. So there's time awake, REM sleep, light sleep, and deep sleep. It also tells you when you fell asleep, when you woke up, the restlessness you had, See my benchmarks for people of my gender, same age, and it shows a 30-day average. So you can see it a bit bigger this way. I did just switch to light mode just so you guys can see what it looks like there. The Fitbit Air here does have a bit of a calibration period. So I think that the sleep tracking is getting more accurate as I wear it. Initially, I was gonna say this is the worst I've seen from Fitbit because it was just very off. But after about a week or so, it's been getting more accurate. The time awake has been pretty low, but I do think it's getting a bit more accurate. So you can see these first 2 days, 4 minutes awake, light sleep very long, deep sleep low. This day, there's a bit more time awake. This one, I do think that the time awake is too low. I think the light sleep is way too high. The other stages, I think they're okay. Sleep scores sometimes I think are a little bit too high, but the messages you get surprisingly are pretty accurate. I think the sleep tracking is definitely good so far. Is it great? No, but I think it's getting better. Now I'm going to talk about women's health. So for my men out there, anyone else who doesn't want to see this, you can go ahead and use my timestamps in the description below to skip to the next section. We're going to be talking about the cons. So when it comes to women's health, you will find a little tab in the health tab here. When you click this, you can go ahead and you can add symptoms. So the symptoms that you are seeing are here. So you can go with your kind of intensity of your period. If you're on your period, you can go with some symptoms here. Your mood, they talk about sexual activity, ovulation test if you take any, if you're experiencing any discharge as well. So everything is kind of all in one page and you kind of just swipe through and see it. Something I don't love about this is that it's very basic and just boring looking. Also, things are not alphabetical order. I get this one like light, medium, heavy, but the rest, like they should be in alphabetical order. I think that their symptoms list is very low, like it's very small. You do get predicted ovulation, predicted fertility window, so it's things you can turn on. You can log your period if your period starts on that certain day. So that's basically women's health. I'm not a big fan of the women's health on the new Google Health app here, formerly Fitbit, because Fitbit had one of the best women's health tracking apps ever. And since Google took over, it kind of sucks. Once again, I think that there could be more here for symptoms. I think there could be more for mood. I think they could have made it look better. And I don't get why they didn't just keep what Fitbit had, because it did look better and was easier to navigate. It has a quoted battery life up to 7 days on a single charge. But with my usage, I've gotten on average 5 days of battery life with this fitness tracker. For me, it's okay. I only have to charge it really once a week, but I would have liked if it was a little bit longer, especially because it doesn't have a display or, you know, brightness settings or anything that I need to really worry about or that I can do to fix the battery life. Say if you are working out, it does drain the battery life a bit more when it is connected to your phone and doing that actively. So the battery life, definitely okay. I think it could fit into a lot of people's lifestyles, but for me, I would have liked it to be a little bit longer, especially because it doesn't have a display, especially compared to like the Fitbit Inspire, which lasts longer and it does have a display. Now I'm going to get into some cons about the Fitbit Air here. So the first con for me about the Fitbit Air is the nylon band. Now, this is the band that will come with the Fitbit Air. It is super soft, it is comfortable, it is lightweight, bonuses there. But if you are caught in the rain, if you swim in it, if you shower in it, if you're washing the dishes, if you get sweaty in it, it gets wet. And then it kind of disperses all throughout the band, and it's been uncomfortable when it's wet. I'd say it takes around like 35 minutes to dry if you get it a little bit damp and sweaty. If it is like submerged in water and it gets very wet, it'll take probably like an hour and a half to dry. And one thing about this band is if you're going to use this one to work out, and you basically have to, after every use, rinse it off and let it air dry. Can be inconvenient for some of you to do that. So that's where for me this band comes in clutch. Definitely invest in getting yourself an active band because this is so nice to work out in. This band is the one I wear most of the time. Why? Because if I work out in it, all I gotta do is give it a quick wipe and it's good to go. It doesn't get damp and uncomfortable like the nylon band does when you are working out. Both of them are very bluish purple, which leads me to another con. This is not lavender. This is periwinkle blue, if anything. As a purple lover, I can appreciate this beautiful shade of blue, but It is not lavender. Another con for auto activity tracking, for me, that feature has been junk. It does not work well at all. 9 out of 10 times, it does not automatically track stuff unless I'm going for a walk or a run. Other than that, it really doesn't track them. And even in those cases, sometimes it tracks it late. So I just always manually track it. To me, that feature is not even a thing. Another con for me is I wish they would not have gotten rid of the Fitbit app. They did have things that looked a bit better. The women's health looked better on there. The activity tracking looked better. Like, I just liked the way the Fitbit app was before Google took it over and just made it the Google app. So I'm not a huge fan of the app here. Another con for me about the Fitbit Air here is the premium subscription is expensive. Now, it is optional. If you want to do it, they give you a 3-month trial. You can see this price in Canadian, $139.99. That's a sale price. In America, I believe it's like $99 for the year. It's a lot. You get a bit more sleep information. You get workout guidance and information, virtual coach to help you with your plans. It can be helpful, especially if you want to like gain weight or gain muscle or lose weight or whatever. It can help you get to those goals with the AI coach. Put in your goals and it will tell you like, hey, this is what you should do to get there, or giving you pointers on activities you should do, how much you should work out, when you should work out, etc. So this could be a helpful tool for some people for that alone, but for me, I just don't think it's worth it, especially when I have other apps and things that I can use for that. Another con, I don't like that the Google app requests 24-hour location. Why? I don't know, but they want that. Google is an information company. Obviously, they want information from you. And when I did turn off my location, when I opened up the app, it's like, oh, hey, we need your information for things like weather and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's no screen on here. Why do you need weather? You're not going to be sending me weather on my smartwatch. When I was on the Fitbit app before, they didn't ask for my location 24/7. So the last con for me, and kind of a big one that no one's really talking about, is that the Fitbit Air here is said to be water resistant. But if you look at the fine print, this water resistant coating they have on the Fitbit Air is not permanent. So while you may be able to use it to swim now, that's great, but it's not permanent. So once that wears off over time and you get water in the air, it's going to die on you. So I don't like that at all. I think that's something that they definitely should have worked out and made it a permanent fix, because once this breaks down, you're gonna have to buy a new one. Now, that might not be a big issue for some of you out there because this is, a pretty affordable fitness tracker, but I don't love the fact that it's not permanent, and they don't really advertise that unless you're kind of looking in the fine print, which most people definitely are not. So for those of you who do watch my content, you probably know that I own multiple smartwatches. And for me, where this fits in is I'm probably just gonna use this to track my sleep. I do like that it's lightweight, comfortable to sleep in, but I feel like I have other smartwatches that track my activities better, and I prefer a display. I like having the time, my notifications, everything come up. But if you're someone who you don't want the distraction of a display, this could be a great option for you. There's not really any distractions with this. Your notifications aren't gonna pop up. It's just tracking stuff for you quietly in the background. All right, guys, so considering the price, the quality, the color, the comfort, the performance, the battery life, and everything like that, I go ahead and give the Google Fitbit Air here an 8 out of 10. And I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are looking to pick up the new Google Fitbit Air here, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And something I do want to say is that the Fitbit Air Active Band here is selling out so fast. And I think it's because, as I told you guys, when you work out in this, it gets sweaty and it's uncomfortable. So you really do need this Active Band here if you are going to work out in it. I'm telling you, it makes your experience so much better. So if you are looking to pick up this, I would definitely grab this as well. And if you do have the Fitbit Air, let me know what your experience has been like. Have you liked it? Have you disliked it? Share with me in the community down in the comments below. If you guys want to check out some other Fitbit reviews with smartwatches and fitness trackers that have displays, I've done a bunch of them, and I'll have some linked in the description for you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.